right, welcome. My name is Ethan McKellar, and I am the writer and director of 21st Century Love Story, as well as the founder of the production company that made the movie F14 Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Michael Milano. I am a member of F14, and I played Tyler in 21st Century Love Story.
And this is Artist with Artist. Mike, let's talk a little about, and we've been kind of making movies for a while now.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of little kids, but this is really the first one that we made together that is, like, legit.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, do you just want to talk a little about, like, our history of, like, working on movies together as little kids and, like, what that feels like now to be able to do this project together?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, I knew Ethan since I was 4 years old, and since the day that I moved next to him, we're actually neighbors, if you guys didn't know that. We've been making movies since we were like 4 years old. We would just randomly just come up with like ideas, and then we'd make them into movies as kids. But yeah, I was very excited to do this film because I've been making movies with Ethan forever, and just to see like the process we went through as the kids, and then to middle school, then to high school, and now in college we are. Yeah, it's just awesome with everything we've done. Yeah, it's been the ride, man.
Right. So I think the big thing was that when we made the movie, we didn't know what part you were going to be at all. I mean, you had to do your audition. Do you want to talk a little about how we did your audition process? Remember that?
Oh my God, this is a true story. I'm not making this up. One day, I get a call from Ethan. And he's like, hey, we're going to do this movie called 21st Century Love Story, I would like you to try out for, like, I didn't even know the part at the time. But, yeah, so he called me and says, all right, we're going to go to Joe's. And I thought we were just eating, but this man pulls out a script and says, audition. I'm like, at Joe's? I'm like, all right. I'm sitting there eating my pepperoni slice of pizza, auditioning for this role. But, yeah, man, it's wonderful working with him. This is a great company. He's a great director, great writer, great really everything with everything he does with his company and everything. Man, it's awesome to have him.
I appreciate you saying that. So let's talk a little about, remember our process of making this movie. Mm-hmm. So when was your first day? What was your first day shooting? What did we shoot? Was it...
We were in the
Emily's
apartment.
Okay,
yeah.
So the Emily David, who plays Sammy, we shot at her apartment, right?
Mm.
And you went in and you shot a pretty. I don't want to give too much away.
Nah.
I mean, I feel like it hasn't come out yet, but I feel like we can kind of, know that you are one of her significant others in the movie. So like we know that she's gonna end up with others. So it's not she. You ended up doing a not so happy scene. That's what we can say. Yeah. How was that? Like going in your first day was the not so happy scene, and then later on you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So so the first day we were going in, I did not know. Well, that's dumb. I knew what we were doing, but I thought we weren't going to do that scene until like a few days later. But I came in and we're like, hey, we're doing like the scene, and I was like, shit, I have to become very upset and stuff and. It didn't take me long, but it was fun though. It was very fun. I know we did the shot a few times, right? But nothing crazy. Again, Emily, she's a great actress, and I would love to do more work with her.
Yeah, I think you guys that's the hardest thing. You guys never met before that, right?
Yeah. I didn't even know her.
Right, and I think as a director, like that was like kind of scary because it was also, fortunately, I was in the space prior. Like we shot another scene with Emily a few weeks prior, but in her apartment. But to be able to so at least I wasn't uncomfortable in the space, but to have to get you guys to feel comfortable and then we worked on a big thing in F14 is the intimacy, right? About how do we make sure that you're comfortable and Emily's comfortable and so that was something that we talked about a lot. Remember, the producer Emma Millington did a really good job at really talking to you guys, right? Like about what they would be comfortable with, because that's really important to you, especially because Emily was all in on really almost anything, and so were you. You guys really wanted to jump in, but at the same time, we can't blame anyone if they weren't. Yeah. So I think that, and how can you want to talk about that, about the process of, what maybe Emma, the producer, and how she helped you guys feel more comfortable? Do you want to say anything about that?
Oh yeah. Emma was great, and everybody there, because we had to do a scene where, like we're like holding hands and like hugging and stuff like that. But yeah, Emma did not make it awkward or anything like that. Actually, everybody there did not make it awkward. It was so professional, and that's what I love. I love when everybody's professional and stuff like that because it just makes my life easier. And I'm not talking for Emily, but I assume it would make her life easier too.
Yeah. So like what? So what would you sum up this movie? Now you have seen a draft of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You have pretty much seen it straight through. There are moments that he missed out you haven't seen yet, but you've seen pretty much straight through, and you know about the movie. So what would you say that this movie's about?
I would say this movie's about Emily finding like her love, I guess.
Right.
And I don't know. I just it's going to be a great movie. I can say that. But
so what do you think? Why do you think people should come see this movie?
I think people should come see it because me personally, you wrote a lot of scripts and everything like that, but this is my favorite one. And the reasoning is because the script's great, the actors are great, and everybody just did a great job. And if people love drama, love comedy, love obviously, this is the movie to see. For sure.
It has everything you're saying?
It has everything, I
All
promise
right.
you.
Well, that's good to know.